2015, Peter Strzok. Bernie Sanders is an idiot like Trump. Figure they cancel each other out. February 12, 2016, Lisa Page. Trump has no dignity or class. He simply cannot be president. March 3rd, 2016, Lisa Page. God, Trump is a loathsome human. March 3rd, 2016, Peter Strzok. Oh my God, Trump's an idiot. March 3rd, 2016, Peter Strzok. God, Hillary should win 100 million to nothing. March 3rd, 2016, Lisa Page. Did you hear Trump made a comment about the size of his penis? Only she didn't use the word penis earlier. This man cannot be president. July 18, 2016, Lisa Page. Donald Trump is an enormous douche. August 2016, Lisa Page. Trump's not ever going to become president, right? Right? August 2016, Peter Strzok. No. No, he won't. We will stop it. Now, Mr. Strzok and Ms. Page were not junior G-men or G-women. They were senior officials at the FBI. And as I understand it, please correct me, General, if I'm wrong, they were naval deep in Misfire Hurricane and the Mueller investigation. Naval deep. They were decision makers. And you made these emails public, which I appreciate. But what we're talking about here is not a routine run-of-the-mill FBI case. This was an investigation of the President of the United States of America. And this was the investigation of a presidential campaign. And here's what I've never understood. When these emails became public, and you knew about them, when you learned about them, you did the right thing, you made them public. Presume you made them available to Mr. Mueller. Mr. Strzok and Ms. Page were removed from the Mueller investigation. Nobody gets fired around here. It's easier to divorce your spouse than to fire somebody.
See how funny that is? To him, that's funny because this is the hubris of the crooked FBI. They could do anything they want. They could lie, cheat, blow you up, steal, manufacture, all types of evidence. And they've been deteriorating our Constitution through all kinds of surreptitious ways for 30 years. O.J. Simpson, right? Exigent circumstance. They don't need a warrant if there's exigent circumstance. And you just look at this little smarmy weasel. Would you want to have your life's fate? I want you to look at all the Nazis, the little wimp propagandist Goebbels, all the little creeps like Emil Maurice that surrounded Hitler. They all had the same air of untouchability. Because they don't think some civilian that gives a crap about his republic could ever reach them and touch them in a mortal way. They basically operate fearless.
But why didn't you or somebody or some other senior official at the Department of Justice, or the director of the FBI, or somebody else senior at the FBI say, wait a minute, stop a second. We're investigating a president and a presidential campaign. I'm going to ask some hard questions here. Maybe I shouldn't have been trusting people that are telling me this stuff. If you or some of your colleagues in the Trump administration had done that, you would have seen that the FBI had already said General Flynn didn't do anything wrong. And that the FBI agents who tried to entrap him at the White House had said, well, he's not lying. And y'all, I'm not just putting it on you, but y'all would have found that the Steele dossier was unadulterated BS. And you would have found that some people at the FBI had been lying to you, lying about on the warrant applications. And maybe you would have said, wow, does the Mueller investigation really need to be trying to put Carter Page and General Flynn? I mean, what's going on here? But nobody did that.
Well, they didn't want to do that. Any idiot that would have perused any of these paperwork applications for the FISA court would have known immediately they were bogus, would have known immediately they went back to Hillary Clinton. So what are we really asking here, Mr. Kennedy? Why don't you just come out and say it? Why don't you call this rat bastard out for what he is? He was part of a very sophisticated, although very inane, lame attempt at a coup d'etat. And they were getting along pretty good for a while, but just like everything else, the truth will always come out. And that's when this little pencil neck is going to find his neck in a noose. Along with a lot of other people, because this is what's coming from this. One way or another, they're going to meet their fate. One way or another. In the meantime, the hubris and arrogance, well, just listen to this.
And that bothers me.
I appreciate your question, Senator. I think, first of all, I have the report open to the appropriate page. You are correct with regard to Inspector Horowitz's conclusions.
By the way, the greatest police agency in the world couldn't find out how quickly this was bogus. I mean, once this got into private hands, it was immediately found out that it was all nonsense. Immediately. But the greatest, the greatest repository of all these alleged brilliant FBI agents couldn't find, well, we all know they couldn't find their you-know-what in a urinal. That's been proven. But we didn't know where there were a bunch of little liberal plants populated by the Clintons and the Obamites, okay, to destroy our republic. And that's what this is all about.
He did point out that employees are entitled to political views. And I think it's important to recognize, I'm sure we have people with strong views on the other side too. The question is...
Oh, really? Really? So am I to understand then, Mr. Rosenstein, that if there were FBI agents that said derogatory things, mocked Trump's appearance, talked about the size of one of his appendages, there would have been no reprisal? You would have hung them out quicker than you could say, do it. Who are you kidding, pal? This is the good old boys network, and you all thought you were going to get away with it because you planned your strategy on echelon, wave after wave. And I believe this coronavirus is part of it. It just so happens to rear its head 2 days after the exoneration of Trump by the Attorney General. Listen, you know what? We were all born at night, but none of us were born last night. So you just keep painting yourself into a corner with your lies.
Are you following the rules? And are you articulating those views in a way that will cast doubt upon the integrity of the process?
By the way, in the inane flooring business, which unfortunately I've been associated with for far too long in my life, any corporation, if you were espousing politics on their email, you'd be fired over floor covering. You're going to tell me that the very agents, senior investigators, investigating Trump's potential administration, saying those kind of things, and that's just a political opinion? Really? I'll tell you what, Rosenstein, why don't you have a few Nazis come to the next B'nai B'rith meeting? Why don't you invite some Nazis to a bris? Matter of fact, why don't you ask a Nazi to be the moil? You know why, you little rat weasel? You know the answer.
And when that information came to our attention, Senator, I think we did the right thing. Inspector Horowitz brought it to my attention and the attention of Director Mueller.
I love this guy's wind-up. And yada, yada, yada. And yada, yada, yada. And then I yada, yada, yada. Just listen to that.
Took appropriate action.
FBI
Director, Mr. Strzok.
He's a scat man. Scat man Rosenstein.
I believe the woman involved left the department voluntarily. With regard to the status of the investigation, Senator, obviously, fortunately, we're at the conclusion and we're able to say that no Americans conspired with the Russians. My impression at the time was that there was proper predication for that investigation. And
you're a liar.
General Horowitz,
you are a complete, utter liar, you little rat weasel.
comes to light, and Mr. Dora may